So this is the lab of Dinosaur Isle. We work on the preparation, the conservation of the bones in here. We work on the curatorial side of it. We make sure all the bones are alright, look after them, make sure they're not falling apart. And we also work on some of the model making in here to make the casts and replicas of the fossils to go out on display. So this is a vertebra from a dinosaur called Iguanodon. It's a fairly small one and it's been cleaned to a certain extent already. You can see on one of the surfaces the bone is showing up quite a way underneath the mud here, so that's close just to being finished off in their abrasive. But around the other side there's still quite a lot of mud adhering to the surface of the bone. It's relatively clean otherwise. It's probably had some soft muds washed off of it as it was found, but it's still got a fairly nice surface. The bone itself is about 125 million years old, so pretty old, and I'll be cleaning it up so that you can see all of the surface from the centrum, the main bulk of the bone, right up to the processes around the top. The processes up here are the muscle attachments to support the dinosaur itself, and the centrums are the main bulk of the bone which lock into each other going down the spine altogether. And so I'll be using this fine tool here to clean off some of the surface of the bone. We've got one of our air pens. It's a style of pneumatic drill effectively that removes any matrix, so muds and sandstones on the surface of our fossils, bones and ammonites and lots of different fossils, to make them clean so that we can work on researching them, so that we can fully see what they are and so that they look nice for display. Black flecks inside the mud, and these are bits of wood that have been washed in with the bone and mud as it was deposited, and as you work through the scribe these are flicked off out of the muds and off the bone to leave the surface of the bone nice and clean. And they're all bits of wood, they're all black. Some of these have been burnt in a big forest fire, but most haven't, and it's just because of the way that the wood is fossilised, so it's now black, same as the bone. This bone would have been found at Brook on the west side of the Isle of Wight. Brook is a very famous area for dinosaur bones. It's produced probably tens of thousands of dinosaur bones in the past, some of which were the first species of dinosaur to have been discovered, so the holotypes of the dinosaurs, and it does give us some absolutely fantastic finds just like this one. One of the most interesting things that has been brought into the museum in recent period is part of the bones of a pterosaur called Corkycephalus. Corkycephalus derives its name from literally cork head, which is a name given to natives to the Isle of Wight, and it is a large flying reptile that probably had a wingspan of almost 6 metres, and that was found on the beach, Yavland, just down the road from us, by a young boy on a school trip down here. It was brought into us, identified by the staff here, and after more excavations and more work on the beach, we've got several parts of the wing bones, the skull, and quite a good portion of the skeleton of this unique pterosaur that's only been found on the Isle of Wight.